Hello, beautiful people. Say hello if you're watching live, so I know you're there. Hello, good to see you too, Laura Lee. So glad you're here. How are you doing? There's always a delay, right, on Facebook Lives. And I'm always like, oh, I just want to start. But I have to be patient and let people join. So let's exercise our patience, right? Allowing people to join because it takes a while for people to see, right? So, yeah. Hello, I can see some people are watching. So if you're watching live, please say hello so I know you're there. Hello, Didi. Welcome, my dear. Yeah. I can feel that today is going to be an interesting live. Yeah. Oh, Laura Lee saying, yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, you can watch the replays. Definitely. Hello. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Constantina. Welcome. Hi, Red. So, if you're new to this weekly live healings, welcome. I've been doing this since December now. And yeah, so if you're new to it, nice to meet you. My name is Alessandra Martelini. I am an energy healer and a theta healing instructor. If you don't know what theta healing is, well, you're going to experience a lot of it today and, well, weekly as I do the live healings. But in a nutshell, theta healing is an energy healing modality. It's based on a meditation that guides us into a theta brainwave. When we go into a theta brainwave, we access the subconscious mind. And when we access the subconscious mind, which is 90% of our mind, we can bring awareness first and transform our limiting beliefs. All those unhealed beliefs, unhealed memories, unhealed traumas that still exist, that we try to suppress, but are still hindering our lives, we can connect to that in a very loving way because we access the energy of the creator, the divine intelligence, that unconditional love that created everything and everyone. So it's a very gentle yet powerful modality, right? Didi saying had an amazing week after the meditation last week. I'm glad. Yay. Yeah, so today we're talking about money. It's the third part of our money series. We started 3 weeks ago with 2 weeks ago, right? It's the third, so 2 weeks ago. So the first week we talked about coming from scarcity into abundance. We started, right? Is a process. We started transforming our mindsets, right? So we start thinking abundantly because money is just a fraction of what abundance means, right? So this is what we did the first week. The second week, last week, we talked about self-worth, which honestly is probably the biggest and most important factor in manifesting, right? Hi, Socrates. Welcome back. So today we're talking about manifesting money and abundance and prosperity. And I have to say, you guys all know, if you've been here a while, I'm very honest and open about things, and manifesting is something that still triggers me to this day. And I'll tell you why. Because I still have a belief that I cannot manifest, right? So let's see if I can clear that on myself as well. And it's interesting because as I was preparing for this live, my brain, my rational mind was like, okay, tell me all the steps, step by step, all the things that I need to talk about, like all the bits and pieces that I need to remember to cover. And then this voice came to me, like, Ale, just for crying out loud, just relax. And the most important thing you need to say is you need to love yourself. The more we love ourselves, the more we become a magnet to the things that we love. That's how it goes. Hi, Laura. Hi, Roy. Great to see you too, my dear. And Lee saying you manifested this group. That's so true. I did manifest this group. Yes. And you were here since the beginning, right? You know that when I created this group, it was because it was like this how can I call it? This pull, of like my soul saying enough hiding. You need to create this. You need to take a chance. I knew that I needed to do things online, and I was terrified. I was terrified of doing live. So I created this challenge for myself and for people that I call the 3-day challenge, the 3-day healing challenge, right? And I created this group. And in my mind was like, okay, if I have like 10 people there, I'm gonna be super happy. And within like 3 hours, I had over 100 people. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And which brings me to one thing that it's very important in manifesting, which is divine timing. Okay. So divine timing basically is those things that your soul decided that it was gonna do in this lifetime. So one thing we're gonna talk a little bit about today is the blocks. Well, actually, that's the whole thing we're gonna talk about today, the blocks to manifesting. Because you can create your vision board, you can say your affirmations every day, right? And you can manifest. You can use different techniques to manifesting. Today I'm gonna teach you a ThetaHealing technique to manifest in the end of the live. So keep watching. So you can use all these techniques to manifesting, but if you have blocks, you're not gonna create it, right? And one of these blocks can be actually you're not in your divine timing. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to manifest a house in an isolated island. But let's say that my purpose is to create a very big community of people in person. Do you think the creator is gonna give me my manifestation, the house that I'm secluded from everybody? It's not. It's not gonna happen, right? So we have to have this faith that things are gonna come. Okay, but I'm going ahead of myself, so let's go back. Okay, so the third live that I did when I did the 3-day healing challenge was actually about manifesting. I went into the beginning, like into the basics of manifesting. So I'm not gonna cover it again, right? I'm gonna focus on money today, but I really recommend you watch that. It's a very long live. I think it was like an hour and a half or 40 minutes or something like this. It's inside my Facebook group, so just under announcements, you can find it. It's the third live, so go down. And yeah, so this is the first thing that I want to say. The second thing that I wanted to say is, what is manifesting to you? Because I think we hear so many things in the spiritual, the spirituality world about manifesting, and I think that we have different manifesting skills. Some people, they're very, very good at manifesting things very quickly, right? They're very in tune with things. And I envy those people. I'll get there one day, still learning. But money is one of those things, right? Some people just manifest, like I want 1,000 euros, dollars, whatever, in my bank account tomorrow, and then it happens, right? good. If it works for you, amazing. But because I have very deep inclinations of going on things, I need to go into deep stuff. I think I needed to understand a little bit deeper, well, a little bit more, right, about manifesting, and I'm still understanding it. So, one thing that it's been on my mind, and I think it's kind of important for me to share with you, is the why. Why do you want the things you want? Right? We're talking about money here, so if you think about the money that you want, close your eyes for a second. Think about the money that you want. If you have a specific number, think of the specific number. And then ask yourself, why do I want this? Why? What is going to give me? How is my life going to change? What do you think or do you expect to receive by getting this money? Because the reason that I'm saying this is when we connect to the deepest reasons that we're manifesting something, it's like we're touching our soul, we're touching a deeper part of us that is not based on our limiting beliefs, it's not based on what we think we should want, right? It's based on this inner knowledge, this inner wisdom that just knows so much more, that is connected to the universe, to the divine intelligence, that is connected to our soul. And then the what specifically and the how that we're manifesting, they don't really matter that much. Does it make sense? So if I'm saying that I want money because I want freedom, but I'm caught into the specifically how I want this money to come into my life, I'm closing myself to opportunities. If I say, I want this money, let's say I want 5,000 euros a month, right? And I want it from X amount of clients. Look how narrow that is, how limited that is, right? And if I connect, like, why do I want this money? Because I want freedom, because I want to help a lot of people, because I believe there's something so much bigger than this crazy situations that we create for ourselves that come from the lack of money and from the lack of confidence that we have. This is so much bigger than the money and the how. Maybe the creator has a bigger plan for me, right? That doesn't involve X amount of clients every month, right? Maybe I'll receive this money in a way that my mind right now, because of my beliefs, because of where I am in my life, cannot even conceive, cannot even imagine, right? Okay. So why do you want the things you want? And you can do this for every little thing that you want. If you create your manifesting list, I talk about this on the other live that I mentioned more in depth. In all areas of your life, if you create a list of the things that you want, ask yourself for each and every one of them, why do you want them? What is the feeling that you're gonna feel when you get that? And focus on the feeling instead of the thing, right? So that's big. And I think the reason that I'm saying this whole manifesting thing still triggers me is because I discovered that I'm not very clear on my why yet, not completely. So this is something that I'm personally investigating this past few days, and I encourage you to investigate for yourself. What is your big why? The reason that you wake up every morning. And my Capricorn brain is trying to find categories, trying to find the right way of finding your why, but there's no right way. Okay, there's different types of why. I recently asked in a different group, excuse me, need some water. um, I asked in a different group, what is their why? Is an entrepreneurial group that I'm part of. And I asked them, like, I need some inspiration. What is your why? And I got so many different responses, so many replies that come from, like, some people are like, I want to get out of the situation that I am in. You know, I hate my job and that is my why. Fine. If that's your why, if that's your motivation, great. Right? Oh, there you go. Leslie saying, I'll help women do this, Ali, if you need a hand exploring. Amazing. So let me know if you have any quick tips for all of us, and then I'll talk to you as well. But yeah, like your why can be your children, and it can be your family. It can be a bigger focus on society, for example, right? Socrates saying there is free will, and what I have planned for myself might be different from the big plan I am not aware of me. The counterpart of manifesting is what you are ready to give in order to receive, and how what you receive helps you to evolve. I would say this is half right, because yes, you need to give, right? How can I expect to affect people all over the world if I don't show up live here, right? This is the way that I have to do this. So this is my giving. But then, and this is, thank you for bringing that up, because that's the point of today's life, is about receiving. Most of us suck at receiving. We suck at receiving for so many reasons, because we think that if we receive, there's going to be some attachments into the receiving because we think we don't deserve receiving the things that we want, right? Okay, so I want you to close your eyes if you haven't yet. Take a deep breath in. And I'm going to speak about a few blocks in receiving your manifestation. Some beliefs, some emotions, some patterns that you may be carrying. And as I talk about them, allow your body, your mind, the creator, to show you which ones are true to you. And we're going to do the clearings of those things. So just for a second, just notice your breath. Mm-hmm. Notice your body. And we're going to set an intention that we uncover and release the blocks that are preventing you, preventing us to receiving the things that we want. You may think of things that you've been trying to create and they're still not happening. You can keep them in mind. Okay. And everything I do here, every change, I need your permission. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna clear is all the resentments. Who do you resent? Who are you angry at? All this pent up anger that you never allowed yourself to feel and to express, that turned into deep seated resentment. It's creating this, it's taking this huge space within you. So, can the Creator, the universe, the source of unconditional love, release this anger, this resentment? If you want this, say yes out loud. I'm not gonna hear you, but the universe will. Can we also clear all the doubt, the self-doubt, the doubt in other people, the doubt towards the universe, towards life, in any way that you're doubting that the things that you want are possible, that they're meant for you, that you're going to achieve them? Can the Creator release them from your mind, from your body? And can we teach you that everything that is dreamed and imagined is not only possible but already exists? Just allow this energy to be downloaded into you. Use your breath. Don't hold your breath. Allow the energy to move. Can we also clear all the regrets? Everything that you're still blaming yourself. All the guilt, the shame. And can we teach you that you're always doing the best you can with the thoughts, feelings, patterns, and awareness that you have at that specific moment? And that it's okay. Maya Angelou has this phrase that I love. She used to say, when we know better, we do better. You didn't know better. And it's okay for you to forgive yourself and others, because now you know better. You learned. Can we also clear the patterns of complaining? Everything that you're so addicted into complaining about yourself, about others. Can we stop that? It's an addiction. Can we stop this pattern of always finding the negative in you and in other people and in situations? Always finding something to complain about. And switch. And can we clear this? As we clear this, can the Creator teach you how to always find the good without creating coping mechanisms? That's not it. But always finding the good, the positive, the lesson, the thing that will keep you moving forward and knowing better. If you want this again, say yes, and you're going to receive it. Can we also clear the pattern of the poor me syndrome? When things happen in a way that you don't want them to happen, when you blame yourself and you think, when you blame others actually, and you think, oh, everything happens to me, oh, poor me, I'm a victim, nothing ever goes well, I'm unlucky. You're just lowering your vibration. You're just increasing the distance between you and the things that you want. So can we clear this from your mind as well, from your body, from your soul? Keep breathing deeply. Can we also clear the fears, both of failing and of succeeding? We are actually more afraid of being happy than we are of not being happy. So in any way that you're afraid of achieving the things that you want because you fear success, you fear happiness, and you fear love, can we clear those things? All the associations that you made with happiness, success, and love. For example, you're going to need to sacrifice something. If you're successful, if you have a lot of money, you're going to lose a lot of friends. For example, right? So whatever it is for you, can we clear and teach that is not true at all? When you create money and abundance and pretty much anything you want from a place of self-love, of truth, self-truth, and of deep, deep knowing that you deserve it, everything else will fall back into place. You're not going to lose anything. You're just going to gain and keep gaining. Okay. So once again, can we clear the fear of happiness, of success, and of love? And can we also clear the fear of money? And as I mentioned in the beginning, I think the biggest piece of this puzzle of manifesting anything is self-love, is knowing that you're worth it, is recognizing and accepting your worth, accepting who you are. So in any way that you're not, everything that you're holding that is going against it, that is resisting self-love, can the Creator release that? Can we clear the belief that you don't deserve happiness, that you don't deserve love, that you don't deserve friends, that you are alone in the world, that you don't know who you are? And can we also release this addiction to being in control of everything? Because one of the keys of successful manifestation is to let go. If you order something online, on Amazon, for example, are you going to keep following up until it arrives, or are you going to trust it's coming? You trust it's coming. You don't care how it comes. You don't care who's the driver of the truck that's driving to you. You just trust it's coming. It works the same way with your manifestation. It's trusting it's coming. And it's not just because the things that you're living right now seem far from the things you're wanting to create that it means that you're not creating them, that you're not manifesting them. Because one of the things that are very, very important into understanding manifesting is we need to learn lessons. We're always learning lessons. So sometimes, let's say you want, okay, let me see an example. You want money. We're talking about money. You want financial freedom, right? And you still don't get it. And you do your work, you clear your beliefs, you do your vision board, you do everything right, but still you're not creating that. It's because you're still learning lessons that are actually leading you into that abundance, into that freedom, right? An easy way to understand this is with your soulmate. So you go into different relationships that at the time seem, either very complicated, very hard, or they end and they break your heart. And you're like, why am I not attracting this person yet? Why? What am I doing wrong? Well, what if you're not doing anything wrong? What if everything that is happening is actually showing you things that you need to know? So then when you do attract your soulmate, when it's time, divine timing, remember? When it's time, you're gonna be the person that you came here to be. You're gonna be the person that your soulmate wants. Is the same thing with everything else, right? So maybe sometimes you're like, this is not working. My life is just not the way that I want it to be. But what if you're actually on the way to attracting it? What if this mess, whatever it is actually giving you the tools, the understandings, the wisdom that you need for the next step? Life is like we're always collecting clues. Always. So what if this is all a clue to your next step? Instead of you not manifesting, not being able to manifest, right? So again, you may be blocking it. You may be blocking with your limiting beliefs, your unhealed traumas, your unhealed feelings. Or it's not the time yet. It's not the divine timing yet. And the thing about divine timing is like, it's not just yours. My divine timing affects your divine timing. We're connected. So how can I create a life? For example, this Facebook group. Maybe if I had created it a year ago, you guys would not be ready, right? And you wouldn't be in it. You would see it like, I don't want it. So my personal divine timing is connected to yours. So sometimes you think you're ready, but the people that you're here to serve, they're not ready yet. So everything is connected. Everything has a reason. Another possibility of block, of a reason that you're not manifesting the things that you want, is that something better is coming. You think you want this, but actually there's something so much better for you. That if you have this, you're not even gonna know. You're gonna settle, right? Another very, very big piece of it is you need to take inspired actions. We're gonna do a manifestation in a bit. And after we do this manifestation, we're gonna be more open into receiving the signs. Again, receiving. You need to be open to receiving things and receiving the inspiration to take the right actions. I cannot tell you what to do. I don't know. What may be right for me may be completely wrong for you. So you have to trust your intuition, connect, meditate, journal, however you connect, and receive the guidance, the next step, the inspired action. How can you create a business, an online business, if you don't show up online? That's the action. How can you meet your soulmate if you are stuck in the house? You don't meet people. 99.99% of chance that your soulmate's not gonna knock on your door. Your clients are not gonna knock on your door. Money's not gonna knock on your door. You have to give, right? Like Socrates says, you need to give. Not from a place of I'm giving because this is the only way that I feel like I'm worthy, so I'm gonna give everything that I have until I have nothing left. That's not it. No. This is not even selfless. This is actually selfish, right? Those people that are just people pleasers, they're not pleasing people. They're pleasing themselves. Because if I please everybody, everybody's gonna love me, and I'm gonna feel loved, and I'm gonna feel good about myself. So actually, it's about me. It's not about you. That's not the giving I'm talking about. It's giving from a place of what do I have now that I cannot wait to share, and it's gonna help people. This, what I'm doing right now. I'm giving, right? And I'm, on the other hand, I'm creating channels for receiving the things that I want, the money that I want, the clients that I want, everything else, right? Okay, let me see if you said anything else. Leslie saying, oh, about the why. Okay, so about the why, right? Think about why you're doing this and nothing else, what it means to you, what moments through your life, good and bad, have led you to this now, what lessons they taught you, and then ask yourself why. Exactly, absolutely. That's exactly what I've been doing. Yeah, and I think like you mentioned something that is coming a lot to my mind, and since always, but the power in our story, right? And it's not from a place of like, how did I suffer enough? How am I the poor person? Poor me. How can I find the horrible things that happened to me? You don't have to. That's not it. It's the things that you overcame. Yes, absolutely. But everything else, the good things as well, as you said, Leslie, right? The power in your story that is only yours. And our story, I believe our story begins so much earlier than us. My story began with my ancestors, right? So as the more we understand, and I do this a lot with clients in sessions, when we go into the ancestral, our lineage, and the things they learned, the things they mastered, then it's so much easier because we're not alone. We didn't come into the family that we came by accident, by punishment. Just know. If you think that, just stop thinking that. We chose it. I chose my parents. I chose my family, right? They're not perfect, but they're perfect for my spiritual lessons for this lifetime. And the same for you, right? So there's a lot of power in our story for sure. Oh, okay. Does it upset anyone else that all our soulmates have been raped and violated by other people? So technically, we're just getting used trash instead of a sacred partner. Okay, that is not true at all. The thing is, everybody has shit. Everybody has issues. And it's our job to understand those things and forgive them. But there's a difference between forgiving and allowing them to hurt us. This is not forgiveness. This is being stupid, honestly. This is just you in general, like we being attached to the victim role, right? Because then you can blame other people. It's so much easier than taking responsibility, isn't it? Socrates saying, even a soulmate can show up in front of our door while confined. There's actually a story that Vianna Saibo, the creator of ThetaHealing, tells about this woman, a client of hers, that she wanted a soulmate. So they did a session about manifesting the soulmate, and then Vianna asked her, okay, so what are you gonna do, right? The inspired action. She's like, no, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna be here on my couch. And Vianna was like, okay. I mean, likely you're not gonna meet your soulmate. But then this guy was driving on in front of her house, and his car broke, and he knocked on her door. So yes, can happen. But why not take charge, right? If you're hearing from the creator that you should go to this place, of course, not now, we're in confinement, right? But let's say one day things are gonna go back into normal, and we're gonna be able to go out, and let's say you have this pull into going somewhere, wherever it is, and you just go, and then you find someone that can be your soulmate, or can be the brother of your soulmate that is going to introduce you to your soulmate. You never know how, right? But it's just following this intuition, following the voice, following the guidance, right? Boy Julie saying, I was complaining about love on a Facebook post and met a really neat person, but we weren't compatible. But I didn't do anything, and he did pop up in my reality. Okay, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. We can talk about soulmates one day if you guys want. I can do a live about that because it's a very interesting topic, right? But yeah, okay. So to finalize. Oh my god, my brain bugs sometimes. I'm gonna guide you guys into a manifesting meditation, which is a very, very powerful one because we're using theta healing, which means that we're using the power of creation. It's not manifesting from our brains. It's manifesting from the creator, right? So I want you to think about a few things that you want. We're talking about money today, but you can think about other things as well. Everything's connected. So mentally, you can do this. Afterwards, you can create a list. You can write down, right, things that you want. There's no limit. But if you think, let's focus on the money that you want, the abundance that you want, right? And what you want. What do you want to do with it? If you had all the money you're ever going to need, what would you do? What would your life be like? Okay, so get comfortable. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes. I want you to imagine energy coming from the core of the earth, up through the soles of your feet. This Mother Earth energy grounding you. Just allow this energy to come through you, all the way up, aligning your chakras from the base of your spine up until it comes out from the top of your head in the form of a ball of light. You are inside this ball of light, safe and protected. It's transparent. It's a ball of light that is transparent, so you can see around. Notice how it feels. Notice the color. And you're going to start traveling upwards inside this bubble of light. Through the roof, through the atmosphere, through space. Keep traveling upwards. Through the stars, the planets, the brilliance, the moons. You can visualize all those things. You can feel them. There's no right, there's no wrong. However it comes easy for you. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Remember your breath. And keep traveling upwards within this bubble of light. All through the universe. And you're going to reach a series of lights. Some bright lights, some dark lights. Go through those layers and keep going upwards. You're going to reach a golden light. This is the realm of the ascended masters and the angels. Go into this golden light. You can ask for some masters or angels to come with you if you want. You can ask for Ganesh, for example, the remover of obstacles, or whatever you want, whoever you want. And you're going to keep going upwards. And the higher you go, the more relaxed, connected, and grounded you become. Keep going upwards, and you're going to reach a jelly-like substance with all the colors of the universe. These are the laws. There are many, many laws. There are laws of physics, of attraction, of electricity, of gravity. There are spiritual laws of astrology, of cause and effect. Many, many, many laws. You're going to reach for a pink mist, which is the law of compassion. Allow this pink mist to surround you in your bubble of light. You're surrounded by compassion. And it's through compassion that you're going to reach a bright iridescent white light. So allow this compassion to guide you. You may see a door, a window, a portal. Go into it, into a bright iridescent white light. Keep going into this light, upwards and upwards. This is the seventh plane of existence. Unconditional love, creator of all that is, source, divine intelligence, God, however you want to call it. This is what created everything and everyone. From this place we can ask anything. It's pure unconditional love. It knows no boundaries. It's unconditional. Just allow it to yourself to feel it. And the higher you go into this light, you're going to start feeling like the bubble around you will dissolve until you become one with this energy of love. You are unconditional love. That's who you are. So we're going to ask for what we want. Creator of all that is. It is commanded that I have all of those things in my imaginary list. You can create a list afterwards in paper if you want. But all those things that I want, money related, abundance related, or everything else that is already on my mind that you already know, it is commanded that I have everything right now for my highest and best, which means that it's this or better. Thank you. It is done. It is done. Show me. You're going to imagine that you're standing on the edge of the universe. And in front of you, there's this huge bubble. That's the bubble of your life. And you're going to imagine inside this bubble all those things that you want. All the money, the abundance. Connect to the why, connect to the feelings. You're going to imagine that bright iridescent white light being sent into this bubble of light. You can sprinkle it like fairy dust if you want. And as you do, you're going to steer it clockwise. You can imagine you have big arms if you want. It's going to start steering this bubble of everything you want. And as you do it, you're going to start to feel everything that you will feel when you have it, as if you already have it now. So if you want financial freedom, how would that feel like waking up knowing that you don't have to worry about money? That money is coming to you in all forms, in unexpected ways, that you love yourself so much that you're always finding ways to create abundance and to give and receive. How's that gonna feel like? To create a life with purpose. to knowing why you're waking up, to being proud of your history, of yourself, to loving yourself. I'll give you a few minutes. I'll be silent so you can go through your list mentally and just feel all the feelings. Keep your feelings positive. We're manifesting, so it's going to be amplified. So everything that is good that you're going to feel, all the happiness, everything from those things that you want to create. Keep using your breath as you do. Don't get caught up in the how. Let your brain out of it. We're using intelligence, the divine intelligence. So you don't have to know how you're going to have it. Just feel as if you have it. It's always for the highest and best. So don't worry, you're not going to have to do anything wrong to get those things. Just keep focusing on the feelings, on the reasons. I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay. You're going to start imagining this bubble of light becoming small. Start shrinking it until it's small enough that you can hold it with your hand. And you're going to place this bubble of light with all your desires manifested inside your heart. You already have those things. You already are those things. Allow this energy to expand throughout your whole body until you become this manifestation. It's going to start expanding out of your body, through each pore of your body, as if it's sending signals out into the universe, to the people, circumstances, and opportunities that will match your desires. You may start seeing lights around the world lighting up. It can be your clients, your students, your friends, your community, your soulmate, the experiences, the circumstances. And just allow them, those energies, to come back to you. You will find each other. You always find each other. It can be easy as long as you love yourself enough. You don't have to prove anything, just have to trust. And you have to listen to the signs, the guidance, the whispers that will tell you what to do to be closer to those things, those people. Take a deep breath in. Bring your awareness back into the bright, iridescent white light. Allow it to shower over you. It's like you're receiving unconditional love as a waterfall, if you want to imagine like this. Imagine energy coming from the core of the earth again, grounding you. Aligning your chakras again from the base of your spine upwards until the crown chakra on the top of your head. You're always connected to earth and to sky. And you can always ask. And when you're ready, come back, open your eyes. So this meditation, you don't have to repeat it. You can, if you add things or change things on your list, you can repeat it, but it's already asked for, right? You already placed the order. Right? Now it's about trusting that you will receive it and clearing the blocks that may come, right? With ThetaHealing, with whatever modality you want, right? And just trusting that it will come. This or better, right? Okay, how are you guys feeling? And again, like taking the inspired action. What is the inspired action that you can take right now that will bring you closer to those things? One thing, it doesn't have to be complicated. Let's simplify things. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Yes. It is very powerful, isn't it? When we connect to the feelings and really trust that this magical light, this power, this source will bring it to us, it takes a burden off, right? You don't have to control everything. Socrates saying, is it normal to see giant faces with my 3D eye? You were not on the 7th plane. You were stuck in lower planes. Right? So keep going upwards until there's nothing around. The 7th plane, there's nothing there, just energy of love. So if you're seeing faces, right? If you're seeing some familiar faces, it's probably like something that someone told you that you couldn't, like some blocks are coming, you know? So you can investigate that. Definitely, it is your own mind. Definitely. Yeah. So now you know that you have limiting beliefs that you need to work through. Let me know if you need help, right? We can book a session. Yeah. Because even like when we cannot connect, a lot of times it's because we have limiting beliefs that say that it's dangerous to connect, that we're not allowed to ask for anything, that we cannot talk to God, whatever it is, right? Okay, beautiful people. I'll see you next week. Next week is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a Q&A. So ask me questions and I'll reply in a live, right? And do an energy clearing. So ask me anything and I'll reply live for you guys. It's gonna be, let's see. I'm gonna test it out to see if it's something that you guys like, right? Yeah. Oh, boy, Julie's saying I did the class, but can muscle test or talk to God? There you go. It's beliefs. It's beliefs in the way. Yeah. Muscle test. If you cannot muscle test, a lot of times is because you really want to be in control, so you cannot muscle test, right? And yeah, talking to God is a lot of religious beliefs, definitely. Didi saying, when I go through the angel realm, I always see my parents and bring them along. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful people. Have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for joining me again. And as usual, if you need my help, please get in contact and I will be glad to talk to you and see how we can help each other, right? How we can collaborate, because what I do here is I collaborate. I don't, right? I'm not a healer. I'm just the channel. Okay. See you next week.